G'day guys, Lachlan from the FAE Group, New South Wales ACT region. Just wanted to do a bit of a walkthrough introduction of what is our RPM SSL. So RPM being road profiler medium, or M being medium. There is an RPL that comes in various sizes. This RPM is the heavier hitting version, allowing you to basically get deeper into the ground is the best way to describe it. So the RPM comes standard in your 600 wide drum cut basically, but the beauty of it is it allows you to go from 0 to 250 mil down. So this is sort of aimed at sort of your 90 to your 120 horsepower sort of units. From a flow and pressure perspective, you're sort of toying with sort of your 120 to 170 sort of litres per minute mark. And then from a working width, obviously we've gone over that. Total width wise, you're looking at 1650, and that's the ability to side shift on the SAE carriage, as well as with your water tank or your SAE water tank on the side as well. A few bits and bobs make it that 1600 or just under 1700 wide. From a weight perspective, you're toying with 1170. Just for reference sake, so a touch under, a 15th under 1200 kilos. Working depth, as mentioned, goes down to 250 mil, and you're talking with a drum rotor diameter of 765 mil. Now, from a tilting angle perspective, you can tilt up to 8 degrees either way, and then it'll side shift 560 millimeters. So you're going to get a bit over half a metre worth of side shifting, and then 8 degrees of your tilt as well. So you'll notice on the side, on the front of the water tank, you've got the ability to change between side shifting and float, and then on the bottom side, you've got the difference between floating tilt and hydraulic tilt as well. So it'll roll with the contours that you want it to work with. It'll work within the parameters you want it to work within. You do have the ability, it is self-leveling skids as well, and on the side here, which you guys can't see, but just trust me, you've got the cutting, I suppose, length or width. Yeah, cutting length is probably the best way to describe it. So you've got your indicators of 1 inch, 2 inch, 4 inch, 6 inch, 10 inch, or for our people that run on normal measurements, you've got 25, 50, 100, 150, 250 mil. From the backside, you've got the tilt angle as well. So you've got an indicator on the backside here that you can see from the cab. You've got 0, 4 and 8 degrees in either direction. It'll show you 0, 4 to the left, 4 to the right, 8 to the left, 8 to the right. And then you've got your depth of cut indicators on the top here also. So again, because it will float tilt, you can angle cut in this way, so you can be, let's call it 210 or 240 on this side, 210 on this side, or 150 and 180, or again, they've got inches on there for the guys that obviously deal in the funny measurements. Yeah, so you've got the ability, you've got 2 rams, you've got the side shifting and the tilting ram on the underside, you've got a pressure gauge on your left hand side as well, and then you've got your water tank just there. So that is pretty much the nuts and bolts of it. You've got the ability to go through both milling of concrete and the milling of asphalt. So there is 2 different styles of teeth. We're looking at R44As and R44Cs. I did read that off the spec sheet just then. So A being asphalt, C being concrete. Obviously, again, everything is interchangeable. You've got the watering system. Obviously, as you mentioned, you've got the tank, you've got all your watering hoses on top here. So you've got 3 inlets, so one in the middle, 1 on either side, 1 down the center. So obviously it'll keep your dust down, it'll keep your teeth cool. You've got your electronic plug, depending on the particular unit you're putting it on. 1 line in, 1 line out, and a case drain for reference sake. Again, you've got RPL models below this, I suppose, from a working depth perspective. They'll sort of do 0 to 170 mil down, whereas again this will go to 250. But where that's offset by your depth, you're gaining in width. So that'll do everything from 450 mil to, if you've got the required beams, it'll do up to 1.5 meters. So you've got your 450, 600, 750 meter, and then your, I want to say 1250 1.5 meters, but it might just jump from 1 meter to 1.5 meters. I'd put my money on the second one on the ladder. So anyway, there's a bit of the inside look on the RPM SSL. If you've got any questions, give me a call, 0429 929 507. Other than that, one of our dealers or resellers or part of the distribution network will very much be able to get you in front of one of these. You can see that this one's had a bit of a life. She's been left out, which is a little bit of disappointment, but she's been left out in the weather. But this is a demo unit. So guys, by all means, this will be down in Wollongong later this week, as well as our stone crusher, our BL4 and our BL0 for a dig day going on down there very shortly. But if you've got council tender demos, you've got just your civil mobs that want to demo the unit in particular, you're toying with the idea of swapping out either A, an RPL for an RPM, or B, another particular brand of any make, and want to give the FAE a crack, knowing that the full range of benefits this is obviously bringing to the table, with those watering systems, the side shift, the tilting, the floating, all the above, by all means reach out, we'll organise a demo, we'll get you in front of it, and we'll sort of show you what sort of value can be added to both the business and then what sort of efficiency and time, I suppose, gain can be added to the day-to-day functionality of the crews as well. So again, guys, give me a shout, 0429 929 507. Take care, cheers.